G'day everyone and welcome back to CruiseAway, your daily dose of exciting cruise and stay adventures around the world. Get ready for an exciting half hour as we journey with Princess Cruises. Now we'll be sailing on the Caribbean Princess and the Diamond Princess on exciting sailings where you'll get to enjoy all the signature charm of the ships and take advantage of just how easy living the princess life is. Just clip on your medallion like I have and enjoy the easiest way to cruise in style with lots of dining choices, exciting activities, and in this show you'll be enjoying the best of everything with the Princess Plus inclusions package as part of your experience. That means you'll be enjoying a premium drinks package, more included dining, included room services and Ocean Now delivery, which pinpoints exactly where you are on the ship to bring you snacks and drinks wherever you are. Sounds good to me. And Princess leads the way when it comes to technology too, with Medallion MaxNet Wi-Fi delivered by satellite way up there somewhere for you to enjoy for the whole of your cruise. And you can book your activities and dining in real time through the app. All you need to do is sit back, relax and enjoy the journey. Talking of journeys, we're heading to Japan in August to enjoy immersive cruising, which includes the spectacular fireworks celebrations in Kamano, as well as exploring the islands. We'll also be heading to Vietnam, the Andaman Islands and Bangkok on the Diamond Princess for the start of 2026. And we've put together incredible DreamAway packages, which include exciting city stays to get more out of your vacation time. Right, enough talking, let's get started. And let's look ahead now to May in 2026 and a dream trip to both the East and the Western Islands of the Caribbean on a 20-night trip that will live long in your memory. We start by flying you from Sydney to the States and Orlando in Florida, where we've booked you in for a 5-night hotel stay on incredible Cocoa Beach, which looks absolutely amazing. Honestly, we've only recently started talking about Cocoa Beach and it's an incredible part of this country. Beachside glamour absolutely everywhere. You've got a historic pier there with loads of restaurants and shops there. You've got the Kennedy Space Center, which isn't too far away. And of course, if you wanted to hire a car as part of your adventure here, of course, you could venture a little bit further. You are around the corner from the theme park capital of the States. You choose what you do with that time over 5 nights. And then the next 14 nights is here on board the Caribbean Princess. Now, you are going to love life on board Princess because everything you need is literally, it's a tap away on your app. It's brilliant. You just wander around and the great thing is you wear your medallion, which I'll show you when we come back. You've got a little medallion which you clip onto you or you wear around your neck on a lanyard and you just take it around the ship. There are screens all around the ship so you know where you are the whole time. You can book your dining, you can book your entertainment. And something I learned the other day as well, actually, these screens are really, really good because they also show you what the events are that are going on during the day. And what you can do is actually bookmark those events so that when you actually go and see them, you can see how many other people are going to do that particular event as well. It also, the technology of everyone wearing these medallions also means that if you need to charge anything to your account, you just do it via the medallion. So you don't have to carry around cards or cash or anything like that. On board, you're going to have the time of your life because you've got so many different dining options. Loads of them are included, but you've also got casual dining venues as well. You've also got specialty dining, things like your steakhouse and certain other specialty dining as well, which you'll really, really enjoy. But you know what? You're going to have the most relaxing and fantastic time. Do take advantage, if you can, of the Lotus Spa. It's great to have a little treatment while you're away on holiday, a little rub down from the neck down maybe, maybe a brand new face, do you know what I mean? Apparently they can bring it to life with gold leaf treatments and this, that and the other. It's wonderful and it's very relaxing as well. It's a nice thing to do while you're on holiday. And remember here, we are holidaying in the Caribbean itself. And I love the fact that on this, you're actually really taking 2 different cruises, one to the Eastern Islands and one to the Western Islands. And you'll also be visiting their own private resort in the Bahamas, which is really, really good. You've also got a nice punctuation of relaxing sea days as well. So it's not all port after port after port. You have got some days to just sit back on the lounger, enjoy the Caribbean sunshine, enjoy the food, enjoy the drink, enjoy the relaxation and switching off as only you can on a cruise. So we are heading out of Port Canaveral and our first port is San Juan in Puerto Rico, which is lovely. There's a very modern size of Puerto Rico, and there's also the old San Juan as well, which is really nice to just go and just drink in the atmosphere, really. Remember, when you're in the Caribbean, it's not necessarily about seeking out a particular activity or a particular thing. There are loads of excursions for you to choose from in pretty much every port you go to. But if you just want to wander through the markets and wander along a lovely sunny beach, wherever you are in these beautiful destinations, then just feel free to do that. It's very easy to get around, very easy to find the local tours as well. Grand Turk there in Turks and Caicos, again, looks beautiful. I'd love to go to the Salt Museum, actually. That would be quite interesting. Now, we come back into Port Canaveral for a day. This isn't the end of the holiday. This is just the start of the second cruise. So you might take the opportunity here while you're in Port Canaveral to learn to surf, maybe. Maybe it's not something you've tried before, or go to the Kennedy Space Center. And then we head off in a different direction this time, to the east of the Caribbean, into the Bahamas, starting in Nassau. Amazing shopping there, great water adventures, as you can see, you can have there as well, which is lovely. Our next stop is into Princess Keys. Now, this is the private island resort in the Bahamas for Princess. It's 40 acres and there's a mile and a half of beach for you to enjoy there, which looks absolutely amazing. Now, this isn't a great big amusement park. This is unspoilt. Wonderful beaches for you to enjoy, relax, hire a cabana, lots of water sports there, just relax on the beach, maybe take an exciting banana boat ride tour. That would be quite fun to do. And then we move on. We come into Amber Cove again for a second visit in the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is fascinating, actually. There's a lovely gemstone that comes from this part of the world called Larimar, which looks like the Caribbean sky. It's a great little souvenir to take back with you. Back into Grand Turk as well. So maybe the first time you went in, you just had a little wander around. Then you met someone from the ship who had an amazing adventure there, but you missed out on it. You've got a second chance to be able to do that. Then you come back into Port Canaveral, and that, of course, is where you will then fly back to Sydney. What an excellent holiday. What an amazing adventure to remember forever and ever and ever. I mean, amazing destinations in the Caribbean. You really have got the hot spots on this itinerary. You've got lovely sea days to just enjoy being in the Caribbean, lapping up everything that Princess has to offer as well. You are going to love this. Now, this is your chance to book it right now to enjoy so much. I mean, this is such a big 20-night holiday. It's like a holiday and a half, really, isn't it? We include the flight from Sydney over to Orlando. Remember, you've got a 5-night hotel stay in Cocoa Beach with breakfast all laid on for you as well. Then you've got your 14-night cruise on the Caribbean Princess around the east and the west of the Caribbean, including, as we mentioned before, their private resort in the Bahamas. You can also enjoy all the pluses of Princess Plus in the Caribbean. That's the drinks package for beers, wine, spirits, cocktail, prosecco, soft drinks and more. Wi-Fi for a device which is delivered by satellite, really good as well. Extra casual dining included, plus delivery of food or drink to wherever you are or your stateroom without extra charges. And there are many more benefits too. Plus we include, of course, your flight back in tears from Orlando back to Sydney. But never mind, because as soon as you get back, you can just call us and arrange the next one. Let's give you the price tag. I can't believe how much value we have packed into this. We have amazing relationships with Princess, and here is the testament to that. We've put all the flights, the hotel stay and the cruise together there for you for such an amazing price. No extra booking fees. You don't need to make any more extra effort for that whatsoever. You need to just go on this holiday and enjoy all of the trappings of it. It is incredible. It really is. Here are the prices if you want to upgrade from your inside up to ocean view or a balcony or a suite, because you might want to treat yourself a little bit further. But I think we've treated you royally there, don't you? Flight over to Orlando, 5 nights in Cocoa Beach and a hotel there, right on the ocean front. Wonderful. Breakfast there included. And then your 2-week Caribbean cruise, full drinks package there, extra dining, Wi-Fi, gratuities, all kinds of things wrapped up in that fantastic offer. And it's just under $7,000 each right now. Remember, we are talking about 2026, so we're locking in the most amazing price tag right now, and that price tag is likely to rise. You're gonna find me saying this a lot more as time goes on through these shows. The prices of travel is on the rise. So what we're doing right now is locking in an amazing price with our team here at CruiseAway that cannot change between now and when you go on the holiday, which is fantastic. Call us right now, 1300-411-954. Remember, that's a toll-free number if you've got any questions whatsoever. If you want to play around with the stays on that one, of course you can. Maybe you want to go to Miami first before you go to Cocoa Beach. Maybe somewhere you want to go at the end of that Caribbean cruise. Again, just talk to the team. We'll make it happen. 1300-411-954. And don't forget that there are many Princess Cruises packages available to look at right now. Again, on our website, cruiseaway.com.au, all with spectacular savings now for early booking. Right then. Next up, we're looking ahead to August of next year and the opportunity of a lifetime to join the growing number of holidaymakers exploring the fascinating islands that make up Japan. And our trip is perfectly timed to enjoy one of the most spectacular firework festival celebrations too. So it's 24 nights of discovery, and they start on the 12th of August, where we will then check you in at Sydney Airport. We'll avail ourselves of the premium lounge before we fly off to Tokyo in Japan, and we'll pause here for a city break because we've got 3 nights in a hotel, so you can lap up the enormous possibilities here in the city. And when I say enormous possibilities, I mean absolutely enormous. You can really enjoy the most brand spanking of new, and you can step back thousands of years all in the same city. It's an incredible place to be. If you love shopping, you will just adore it. If you love nightlife, you will adore it. It's just such an amazing place to be. Now, next we're cruising out of Yokohama, which is a port not too million miles away from Tokyo, and that's where we'll start this cruise, and we're going to be on the cruise for 20 fabulous nights. So we need a good look around our cruise ship. This time it's the Diamond Princess. Now, Princess Cruises, the great thing about them, everything is great about them, but one of the really, really wonderful things about Princess Cruises is that they'll have a familiarity that goes on through the fleet. So if you've ever cruised Princess, any of their other ships before, including the new Sun class as well, you have got familiar favourites. So specialty dining and restaurants will be similar throughout the Princess fleet. Things that they do, activities like something called Movies Under the Stars, where there's a big screen outdoors up on the pool deck, and you can watch big sporting events there on a nice clear screen, nice clear sound. It sounds amazing. Or in the evening, you can watch big films on the screen, and it's great because you're up there on the top deck on a lounger. You might have a blanket over you. You might just, be there with your nearest and dearest, holding hands. You've got a glass of something in your hand. You've got popcorn there, and you're out on the top deck of a ship late at night, enjoying a fabulous movie. It's such a lovely experience to do. It really is. And it's one of the signature experiences with Princess. You'll love the time on board as well. The crew on board love traveling the world. The Diamond Princess, I think, is synonymous with this part of the world as well. She does so much sailing in this part of the world. So the crew on board are really knowledgeable as well, actually. You get lots of information and lots of hot tips from the crew on board. Your staterooms are wonderful. You've got a massive choice of different staterooms as well, all very, very clean and comfortable, and everything you need is there. Everything you could wish for, really, in a very, very smart hotel. Plus, remember, oodles and oodles of activities, fabulous range of entertainment in the evening. It's not just one big show a night. There's lots of different lounges and bars with different kinds of entertainment going on. They have live game shows there as well. You're going to have the absolute time of your life. In fact, you know what? If this cruise went absolutely nowhere from Tokyo for 20 nights, you'd have come back and said, well, that was a holiday. I loved every minute of it. It was brilliant. There was so much to do. I made great friends on board. The team were friendly. I didn't have to lift a finger. It was so easy to navigate everything. Brilliant. Right, let's go cruising then. 20 nights out of Yokohama, and our first port is Shimizu. And this is the gateway port for the amazing Mount Fuji and the surrounding lakes and mountains here as well. And I would definitely I'd take a tour to Mount Fuji or cruise the lakes that are surrounding it. Next we go into Kumano. Now this is where the big Kumano Fireworks Festival is, and it's held on the beach in the evening. It's a 2 hours worth of fireworks, going to be amazing, and you must not miss it. So the ship stays in late into that port. Next we go into Wakayama. Now you can see the Nachi Falls here, which is one of the highest in Japan should I say, and maybe head over to the Tomagashima Island to enjoy the ruins there as well. Our next port takes us to Kochi. Now this is full of history and culture, and there's a lot to see here. The botanical gardens, there's the Nishijima Flower Garden and memorial museums here as well, and the wonderful Hiromi Market where you can sample the local delicacies here. A day at sea, and we nip across to South Korea into Busan, very famous for its fish market here, and there's the Gamcheon Cultural Village here, which lots of people like to go and see because it's just a wonderful glimpse into local life. Next, back over to Japan to Nagasaki. Head to the waterfront here. It's absolutely steeped in history and sights. Clover Garden has great views from the top of the hill there over the wonderful gardens and the harbour. It's beautiful. Next we go into Kagoshima. Now this is famous for the big Sakurajima volcano, which is like a big smouldering mountain. It's also famous for shochu, which is the local liquor. Apparently it's like a Japanese vodka. Give it a try and let me know what you think. A day at sea, we come back into Yokohama. Now Yokohama is called the port for Tokyo, but it's some distance away. So locally, you've got quite a lot to see in Yokohama itself. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, and this is where we then start our second cruise because we're doing 2 cruises in a row here. Our next port is Toba. Now this has one of Japan's largest aquariums that you can head to as well. You can also go to the Mikimoto Pearl Island and learn about the very expensive pearls there, but they're very beautiful as well. Next we head to Osaka. Loads to do here. Oh my word, I don't know where you start here. I would arrange a tour in Osaka because there are lots of different things that you can be doing. Great for shopping as well if you like your electronics. Next we head into Kochi. Now this is a second trip into Kochi actually, so this is a chance to maybe visit the ancient and famous castle here, which dates all the way back to the 1600s. Very, very rave reviews for that. Looks beautiful. Next we head into Hiroshima. Now other than the incredible Peace Park here, which is very poignant, there's a very serene Shokai-en Garden, which was built in 1620, so that's worth exploring and walking around with its wonderful maples. We cruise through the Kanman Straits and we come back into Busan in South Korea for a second visit here. Now, this gives you the chance to actually wander the city itself and just take in the breathtaking surroundings because it's a really wonderful place to be. A day at sea, and we are back for a second visit into Nagasaki. Now, if you want to wander off the tourist trail here, there's the Shinchi Chinatown, which is fascinating. It's the oldest Chinatown in Japan, actually goes back to the 15th century, and we also get another call into Shimizu as well, which is the port for Mount Fuji. Before we arrive back into Yokohama, we transfer you there from the port to the airport in Tokyo for your flight back to Sydney. Oh my word, can I take a deep breath? Wow. That's one holiday. Now, if you want to do Japan, and it's been on your bucket list for years and years and years, this is your chance to do it. And I know it's on so many bucket lists. It's ridiculous. Honestly, you'll notice that if you watch our shows quite a lot, you'll see Japan after Japan after Japan. And that's because this is the hotspot. This is where everyone wants to go. I'll tell you why. Gadgets. Technology has made going to Japan so much easier because we've got online maps, we've got instant translations. It's a lot easier to be in Japan than it ever used to be, and now everyone is flooding in to see because it's a wonderful place to be as well. The people are very warming and welcoming. Everything runs on time, it's clean, it's tidy, it's just a lovely place to be. So Wonderful getaway for August next year. Remember, we include your VIP lounge access at Sydney Airport before you fly off to Tokyo in Japan. 3 nights in a hotel there, longer if you want, but we built 3 nights into the package. And then 20 fabulous nights on the Diamond Princess cruising Japan at a time where the summer festivals are taking place as well. Your cruise includes your Princess Plus as well, which is great. So every time you go to a bar and you want a fabulous drink, you just tap your little medallion on the little reader on the bar. It's not going onto your account. It's the same for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi included in your package as well, which is great. And so much more as well. Extra included dining, Ocean Now delivery. So you can order food and drink while you're wearing this via the app. Order the food and drink on your app. Because you're wearing this, it's like SatNav, they come directly to you without any extra charges, which is brilliant. And a whole host of other perks as well. Plus, we include the transfer at the end of your cruise from the port to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. No way have we done it for this. No way have we. Look at this. Stop what you're doing, everyone. Look. 5,499 per person. Run to the phone lines, I would say, and grab this as quickly as you can. Here's the upgrade prices if you do want to upgrade. You're all inclusive on the cruise already. Drinks, Wi-Fi, extra desserts, more included dining, so much more included. It's ridiculous. When you're on that cruise, you'll be spending very little. The only thing you'll be spending is maybe a couple of nights of specialty dining, spa treatments maybe, but they're all good things, aren't they? And maybe a bit of shopping. Maybe a bit of shopping while you're on board. Who knows? Anyway, listen, grab that as quickly as you possibly can. That deal you can lock in right now at 5,499. Don't delay. If you always wanted to do Japan, that is such great value. Call us now, 1300 411 954. Right, our final Princess Cruise spectacular package, which includes your Princess Plus perks, is for January in 2026. And we're heading this time for Thailand, Vietnam and the Andaman Islands over 24 nights in all. This time, we start by flying you from Sydney over to Singapore, a city we love to love. So we'll spend 2 nights here in a hotel before we cruise. Oh my word, I love Singapore. I just think it's great. Do you know what? I haven't yet stepped foot in Singapore, but it is so on my bucket list. I want to do it, because I want to see the wonderful Merlion. I want to be down there at Clark Quay, seeing how things light up at night. I just want to wander the old and the new and do it all together. So 2 nights in a hotel gives you plenty of time to do that before we cruise. We're cruising again, this time on the Diamond Princess. Diamond Princess, I think, is pretty much the best known princess cruise ship there is in the world. She's so well traveled. She's so well loved as well. This is the other thing with Princess Cruises. We struggle sometimes to bring you as many deals for Princess as we would like. And I'll tell you why. Because they have such a high repeat rate of passengers. People come back again and again and again because they are very, very loyal to Princess as a brand, but also individual ships. Some people will say, okay, where is the Diamond Princess in the month I want to go on holiday? I don't care where she's cruising to, I just want to be on her, because they love the team on board. They love the calibre of the entertainment every single night. They love the fact that during the day there are plenty of spaces and places to be on the ship. You know, people think because, you know, these ships look very, very big, and they do from the outside. When you're on the inside, you lose that perspective of space. And because not everyone is crowded into one place at one time, you don't ever have that feeling that, oh, there's too many people here. I can't find anything. I can't find a seat. You know, because people are in the library, in the lounges, they're just everywhere through the ship. So we're sailing out of Singapore, and our first port is Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. You've got the wonderful Notre Dame Cathedral here. There's Dong Quai Street, the National Museum of Vietnamese History. You have so many different choices and excursions as well if you want to. Nha Trang is next. The Cho Dam Market here is one of the main trading centres. Local foods and wares here. It's massive across 3 stories and lots of stalls there to take, or maybe take a Kai River cruise. A day at sea, and we are in Ha Long Bay into Kai Lan in Vietnam. Now you're here for an overnight as well, which is great. Visit Ho Chi Minh Cottage here. It's a little stilt cottage on a carp pond, and it's based on traditional Vietnamese houses. That sounds really, really interesting. Of course, there are other river and sailing adventures you can have there. We're scenic cruising through Halong Bay next to Chiang Mai, which is the port for Hue, where you can visit the Marble Mountains here. There's gardens there and a stone carving village, which sounds really interesting, where sculptors make local artwork from the stone there. Back into Singapore after 2 days at sea. Not the end of the cruise though. This is just the start of the next cruise, but it does give you an extra day maybe to wander up and down Orchard Road for a little bit of shopping, before we then cruise on to Kuala Lumpur, which is wonderful. Port Kelang is the port here. National Museum and Lake Gardens are here, and you can celebrate Malay culture and historic heritage with impressive collections in the National Museum. On we go to Langkawi. There's the Budaya Craft and Cultural Complex here, which is a lovely arts and crafts centre, including a museum of craftwork items and a workshop as well, which sounds nice. There's also a paddy rice museum. Next, we move on to Phuket, and lots of people love to head to Phi Phi Island here, of course. Lovely tranquil islands there. You can climb up the massive rock formations and go snorkeling there in the lovely beaches too. Next, we head on to Penang, very famous for its botanical gardens, which were established back in 1884. They're called the Waterfall Gardens, actually, so it's water and flora and fauna together, which sounds lovely. 2 days at sea, and we are in Koh Samui in Thailand. There's a wonderful tour you can take here, which is a culinary arts at Nora Beach at a 5-star hotel, where you can learn to make pad Thai dishes with a professional chef here, which sounds really nice. I love Thai food. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Then we cruise on to Laem Chabang, which is the port for Bangkok. Bangkok, very, very exciting city. Definitely think about a tour into Bangkok called the Venice of the East, and you can float along the lovely canals there. 2 days at sea. We're back into Singapore, but we're staying for another night in a hotel. So another chance to go shopping, or maybe get down to Chinatown, maybe go and see one of the wonderful temples here. You can immerse yourself in Hindu culture here as well. The wonderful temples, they are beautiful, before you then fly back to Sydney. It's an incredible holiday for early 2026. So your flights to and from Singapore, a total of 3 nights in a hotel there before and after your 21-night cruise on the Diamond Princess to Thailand, the Andamans and Bangkok on a double cruise with an extra day in Singapore. All inclusive with Princess Plus. And here comes one incredible price tag for you. Drinks included, Wi-Fi included, extra dining, fitness classes, so much more. Honestly, it is ridiculous. I could go on for months. At just under $6,000. That's incredible. Remember your early booking right now and locking that price tag in with so much included. Here's the upgrade details as well. Do not delay on this one. I would say every one of the offers we've had in this show is an absolute winner. It's incredible. So just take advantage. Honestly, our team have over 25 years of cruise expertise. They've been on the ships as well. So use their expertise and talk to them right now, because it's such a good idea to get one of these Princess cruises booked. They are just an incredible cruise line. And remember, this little baby here, this little medallion that you clip onto whatever you're wearing, or you wear it on a lanyard, that is your key to opening so many extra perks, especially with the offers in this show, because you're all inclusive all the way. Any questions you've got, just give us a quick call, 1300 411 954. We're back here on Gecko every day, remember, 3 times a day. So come and cruise away again soon. See you later.